push-ups. I've been doing sit-ups. I've been doing chin-ups. I've been doing pull-ups. I threw up once, but I'm okay now.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a wild Wednesday on the Ysn Power Hour presented by our friends at Toyota of Warren. DJ Yoakley with you. We got Richie over here. We got Scotty. We got Kristen. We got Radar. The whole gang's here. Super Dave's out there meandering somewhere in the lobby, hanging out. Probably listen to us, the greatness that is going to be this Wednesday on the Ysn Power Hour, the first day of the greatest month of the year, February 1st. We're going to talk about what is going on with you guys. It's been a while since we've had you all together, and we'll talk about a little bit about Groundhog's Day and what you guys think the outcome is going to be tomorrow for Puxatawny Phil. And then we'll talk about more local sports as we continue 2.5 million views in January on the network. Pretty cool stuff. So we're going to do all of that. But first, you know what we got to do? Got to blow out some birthday candles. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so February 1st birthdays. This is going to get a little rough, a little choppy water. We start off with Richie's favorite pop singer, Harry Styles, turning 28 today. Any Harry Styles fans?
I didn't even know who that was until I saw it was his birthday.
You don't know who Harry Styles is?
I'm out of the loop, man. I listen to. Oh, I'm old, Richie. I'm 30.
You're not that old.
34. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You don't know Harry Styles? Harry Styles?
I mean, I've heard the name, but I've never listened.
He wears jumpsuits like Richie should be.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should go with it.
Dude's like the Elvis of like Europe.
Speaking of Elvis,
That's cool.
Lisa Marie Presley, would have been her birthday. She just passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. Young, too.
It kind of sucks. Like you shortchange just like you want to get that extra birthday just because you want to live it all out, right? When you're that, well, it's been what, a week, 2 weeks?
2, I think.
2 weeks? That's awful. But Lisa Marie Presley would have been her birthday today. Who else? Ronda Rousey. All right, Richie. How long could you last in the ring with Ronda Rousey?
How long are rounds?
Say they're 3 minutes-ish.
I would say about a minute.
You could last a minute?
Mm-hmm.
In the ring.
I feel confident.
In the ring. We don't want anybody's head to go anywhere else. In the ring, you could last a minute with Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm. In the ring, fighting.
Would you throw a punch or would you just...
See, because actually that'd be my weakness, because if I throw a punch, I'm giving away...
Armbar.
Yeah, I'm giving away my face, and I've just ended up with a broken nose.
Who would you let punch you in the face?
That's kind of an off the wall.
Harry Styles or Ronda Rousey?
Honestly, Ronda Rousey. I'd rather be punched in the face by Ronda Rousey than Harry Styles.
Do you think Harry Styles packs a punch?
No, he'd probably just slap me.
I'm putting this out there, and I'm gonna say I would be able to last longer than a minute
with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
there's no way she would kick your ass.
I like pain though. Like my initials are S and M, so and she's hot too. So let's go, baby. I can last 2 minutes.
I would agree with Richie on that point on that Ronda Rousey thing. I would last a minute, but no more because Ronda Rousey is a WWE wrestling star, and
Let's go.
I would say Rousey's. I would say would be only meet and greeter, but no squared circle. I don't know.
You know, she was actually a UFC star
A
before.
UFC star, yeah. There you go.
So like
Kristen-
she's not just doing WWE, which I have a lot of respect for WWE, but like that's how she got there. Breaking people's arms and
She would break your calf in a second.
Yeah.
you think you can last longer than a minute with Ronda Rousey's radar? I would pay a boatload for that.
Boatload. Oh my!
How long do you think? Like, you think you can beat her?
I would.
It's her birthday, by the way, so don't take it take it too far.
I wouldn't have a chance against Rousey because she's really that good. No question.
All right, Kristen, you're the only
I
female in
could
this room.
just.
I'm not even trying.
But I could just hear like Radar now, like I challenge Ronda Rousey, and
I was just about to say that I'm gonna challenge. I was just about to say that I'm going to challenge Ronda Rousey, and we're gonna have a great and extensive match, and I'm going to be
sponsored by Bear Brothers.
It's gonna sponsored by the Babylon. So I don't. I mean, I could imagine like Ronda Rousey can punch.
Oh,
It's not just like she can do anything. She's a monster, but she is beautiful. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword there. What other birthdays do we have? We missed a few of them. That lady looks familiar. Does she look familiar to you? No, she's not. She's no longer with us. She was an actress. I'm
there's
running.
nothing.
No, there's nothing. We got nobody.
Oh, there's Rick James.
Rick James.
Oh, Rick James.
Super freak. Oh,
Yes.
All right, Radar. Would you rather fight Rick James in his prime or Ronda Rousey in her prime?
I would have given if Rick James were alive, I would have picked a fight with Mr. James because
Mr. James.
but make no mistake, who could remember his single super freak? Because
I forgot it. Can you give me a few bars?
he's a super freak. Super freak. He's a super freaking yeah.
Oh, now I remember.
Because if you were really track of that, that later became MC Hammers. You can't touch this.
The same track?
To be exact.
Do.
You can't touch this.
Okay, so Kristen, would you rather fight Rick James or Ronda Rousey?
Neither. I'm not a fighter.
No, you're a lover, not a fighter.
You're right.
Scotty?
Spread peace.
I don't know. Rick James is well, they're both pretty intimidating. I'd probably go Ronda Rousey just because I have a crush on her.
Okay, so you just want to get in the ring with her. You want nothing to do with anything else, but you just want to get in the ring with her and let her put her hands on you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gosh, pig. Guys, interesting fact that I saw last night. I was going through Facebook, I was going through Reels, Instagram, all kinds of stuff, and for the first time ever, a bowler bowled a 300 backwards.
Wow.
Holy cow.
That's crazy.
Backwards. I knew you guys would like it.
Maybe that's something I should try. I am bowling right now, so maybe I should try it.
What's your score? What's your
You know,
average?
last night I almost got an 80. 72 and a 70. So
Do you have bumper car? Or
No.
what do they call it?
no, I
bumper
don't do
lanes?
bumpers.
You don't do bumpers. You go straight up.
Yep.
So you nailed down an 80. What's your high
Almost.
score?
I think I got a 96 a few weeks ago. Or an 86.
Scotty Hubel.
Every once in a while, it's not really like I'll use one of those ramps, and it's usually the bumpers or whatever. So it's not really legit. But
Radar, what's your high score?
I remember back in the day when I bowled, my highest score was I think a 180 game if I remember.
180.
Mhm.
Wow. That's blowing people out of the water.
Christian, you should take tips from Radar on bowling.
I am trying to take tips.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's some of the tips that Radar's given you for bowling?
Nothing yet.
Oh,
But I'll have to try to get
a
some.
new blossoming venture
Yes.
for
That's
Radar
his next
Incorporated.
blog.
What's your guys?
I can't
I
remember.
sure-
I'm usually half tanked when I'm bowling because I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if anyone's done it like blindfolded.
Oh,
Like that would be really,
Like a 300 blindfolded?
Yeah,
That'd be impressive.
but like I was thinking off of this question, like, what if you were able to get any sports record or do anything in any sport, like, what do you guys think it would be?
I feel like we said this one before.
I would want the home run record. That'd be
The-
sweet.
So you
All-time home run record.
you want to pass Bonds
Mhm.
then?
Thank you for attributing it to Barry Bonds, by the way. I would want the most championships in any sport.
Most championships.
I don't care what sport it is, but to be the best in any sport, to have most championships, like have 8 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it's still Bill Russell, right? With his 11, isn't it that the most of it?
Sure. So give me 12 Super Bowls or 12
That'd be insane.
World Series titles. Then nobody can argue that you're the GOAT, right?
What position now? Quarterback?
Oh, dude, I wish I could see over the offensive line.
This is all theoretical.
Ideally, I'd love to be quarterback. Like that's always the position. Like I love the way quarterbacks analyze. Catcher, obviously.
What about like in baseball? What would be your like dream position to like start at?
Oh, catcher, without a
Catcher?
doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. Like that's catching was my favorite thing I've ever done outside of YSN and having a loving family in my life. Like I miss it every day. Every day.
I started out as a catcher, and then I did a little bit of shortstop and outfield. But I think between catcher and shortstop were my 2 favorites.
There you go.
You weren't ever like just totally beat up, like,
Oh, you're beat up, but that's
Yeah.
how you know that you lived.
yeah.
You got these pretty looking shortstops that never get their uniforms dirty, and pitchers are just weird.
Radar would be a
Radar would be a pitcher.
Radar would be a pitcher.
There's no
Yeah.
doubt in my mind.
Definitely, because if I remember I did some outfield, for a little baseball for softball for a time, and I also did some pitching, and I really got to say, really, either playing baseball, softball, it demands a heck of a lot, particularly when we're getting close to a spring training, baseball spring training coming up in about another week or so. I really, plus you add on top of it with college baseball about to get going, and then high school baseball this spring, and the fast pitch softball.
And the 24th anniversary of the Mahoning Valley Scrappers.
Yes.
This coming, which we're only 4 months
24.
away from today, as a matter of fact, and
Congratulations, Heather, by the way.
which is also, I'd like to say our personal congrats to Heather Sally, the newest Mahoning Valley Scrappers general manager.
Good to see Jordan still going to be around as well.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is really gonna be hopefully a great 2023 this coming season for all of our local high school baseball and softball teams, and also hopefully a really good YSU baseball, softball season that is coming up this spring.
Are you guys going to the first pitch breakfast on Saturday for YSU
Radar.
baseball?
That would I
You guys
would
should go.
I would be down.
I would be down.
I'm not sure
Really good breakfast.
when I got going. on
How
this.
much?
I have no idea. I'm sure we could pull some strings and get you some tickets.
Okay.
I've been your competitor, man. He was down for the Cal, my dad, was in the hospital
What?
yesterday. But
He's back home now.
He's home now. He's doing okay. But I almost forgot. I wanted to tell you he upped his score by 1, so he's got a 76.
Yeah, well, is that what put him in the hospital?
Maybe it may have.
I love your dad. Your dad's a great man. I hope he's gets a full recovery, maybe get some rest. Your dad has worked to the bone, dude.
Yeah, he is. I'm happy everything is okay. Yeah, I love my dad a great deal, so I was worrying about him a lot.
Was he just in and out?
Yeah, he was in and out.
Good. Not good that he was there, but good that he got out, got everything taken care of. It's signing day again. I was at South Range today and did some signings. We'll have the signings up here after the show.
YSU's probably going to have a ton.
You think?
I'm guessing.
I saw an interview the other day. Doug said that they weren't signing a whole ton of people because they have some guys coming back.
Well, I did see Vinny Balone from Lowville.
Yes, ma'am.
Scotty. I have a feeling you might be following YSU a little bit more than usual.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's fighting words.
I'm definitely, especially after the game this past Friday when they got the big win against Oakland. It's definitely exciting times. Maybe this is finally the year the YSU men join the party.
I was talking football, but yes, I definitely agree because number 1, they're in first place right now. Number 2, they just had a major win on Friday. So
a big win on Sunday as well.
And a big win on Sunday. And I can't leave out the girls either. They're in second place. And they had a big win Thursday and Saturday. So
and it looked like a pretty electric atmosphere. The game too on ESPN.
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah. It was like a who's who of people in Youngstown. I love seeing it on TV. I feel bad saying this, but the kind of the excitement has kind of been dulled down a little bit because they're always on ESPN3. So I don't know. Like to me, it's just like okay, they're always on TV.
And by the way, on that National Signing Day, a little bit, one from Akron, Archbishop Hoban, she's about to be headed off to Westminster College. I looked at that, and I got to tell you, these National Signing Day, you never know which student athlete will be, which student athlete will be, or college will be going off to.
That's true. That's why you got to pay attention to ysnlive.com.
Yeah.
And then in the coming months, it'll be a little ditty called YSN Prospects, where we'll have kind of our finger on the pulse of all of this stuff. So excited for that. Talking a little YSU. Radar, you want to take us on a trip down what you're talking about this week on your on the radar?
That's the point I was going to get ready to make on the.
Of course you were.
A little bit, which I'll mention some. It was not many of you realize it was December 20, 1985, when Youngstown, Ohio welcomed a then unknown, confident 33-year-old assistant coach at Ohio State by the name of Jimmy Tressel to become YSU's next head football coach. Most of us in Youngstown never really knew who Jim Tressel was. In fact, not many of you realized that his father was the head coach at Wallace that got them a national championship in Division III in 1978. In 1986, Tressel's first team at YSU went 2-9-0. Most of the fans were like, who was still like who was Tressel was.
Scotty, wake up.
But the second year, in 1987, he got his first YSU football team that got them a NCAA Division I a postseason berth.
Okay, Radar, give us the Cliffs Notes because they can go on the website and read it, or we'll be able to.
For those that want to check a little bit more on Jimmy Tressel a little bit further, check out on ysnlive.com on my article is titled Jim Tressel, the Man and the Legend, and then I referenced a little bit more because as his retirement became effective this earlier today.
Yep. I was going to say, it's a good thing he mentioned it today because as of today, he's done.
Well, that's why he's doing the article.
Right.
So what's your favorite memory of Jim Tressel? Anybody have one they want to share?
I've got a few, but go ahead, Radar.
I was just going to say the first national championship the YSU won a little over 3 decades ago, back in 1991, when they defeated Marshall in Statesboro, Georgia. I remember seeing on TV they were coming as they arrived back home on live television to see the people greet the YSU players. So it was led by Herbie Williams and company at the Youngstown Ward Regional Airport in Vienna Township. And they brought that championship home for the first time. To me, the first one is always the sweetest.
Always the sweetest. You know what I say is the sweetest? The next one.
Yeah.
The next one's always the sweetest. That's when people ask Tom Brady what his favorite championship is, he says the next one. All right, Kristen, go ahead.
All right. I have one from Youngstown and one from Ohio State, let's say.
Okay.
All right. The one from Ohio State's a little better, but maybe the one from Youngstown, just getting to know him. That would be my favorite, probably my favorite memory.
Okay.
But the one at Ohio State, I happen to have been lucky enough to have gotten Ohio State, Michigan tickets for my birthday.
Wow.
So me and Dad went down, and we went into St. John's, and my dad's like, "We're not going to watch the band because the band always plays ahead of time at St. John's," and he's like, "We're going to wait for the team to come through, and you're going to be right up front." And I'm like, "Okay," not knowing what's going to happen. So here comes the team. Here comes Tressel. "Hello, Kristen. How are you?" Walk right through. But that's definitely one of my top favorite memories.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a cool YSU one, but I'm like, my brain's not completely thinking of one right at the moment.
That's all right. Scott, do you have any?
Mine's really easy too. It was his second year at Ohio State, and it was the first ever game and still to this day, the only Ohio State football game I've been to. It was the 2002 season, the year they won the national title. And my dad took me to the game. He didn't tell me anything about it beforehand, but he took me to the game, and I remember he told my mom, "Make sure he wears his YSU hat." And I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, because I had an Ohio State hat, and I'm thinking, like, I love representing the Y, but I kind of wanted to wear my Buckeye hat that day. But he's like, "Wear the YSU hat," and he didn't tell me what was going on. But after they beat Washington State that day, they were losing at halftime. They ended up coming back and winning the game. It's right when Claret burst on the scene, and through a couple of different connections my dad had, I got to meet Tressel after the game, and he signed a football for me, gave me his autograph, and a bunch of the players signed the ball as well, and I took a picture with Tressel and his wife. I still have it all framed in my room. So
that's awesome.
That's my favorite Tressel memory.
Rich?
Yeah, my story kind of speaks on the memory that this guy has. It's immaculate. It's like radar memory. Knowing Kristen's name walking down the tunnel before a big game against the team up north. And one time I introduced myself to him. This was going into freshman year, and you know how he meets all the new coming students that come in, and I shake my hand, I say my name. And my dad was a pretty good sports player at Salem, 3-sport athlete. Jim Tressel recruited my dad in high school to play football. He went on to play baseball at YSU, so he chose to play baseball. But, Tressel went to one of the games and watched him play. And when I shook his hand and I told him my name, he's like, "Are you Chuck Giuliano's kid?" I'm like, "I am." He's like, "Your dad was a heck of an athlete."
Wow.
And I was like, that's pretty cool that he remembered that. He remembered my grandpa because my grandpa was a part of like the boosters, even for YSU, like football and all the sports. So he remembered my grandpa too. It's kind of a crazy like memory that guy has.
Oh, he's got
that was
unbelievable
20
recall.
some years ago.
Unbelievable recall.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I just thought of one from
Go
YSU.
for it.
Now, this is my very first memory.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Trussell was connected to it because my dad at the time had he was doing billboards and he happened to have had one of the championship posters.
Okay.
Because it was in '97, I think.
Okay.
So anyway, I think he called Trussell and he's like, I've got to get this signed. And my very first year, my very first football player, favorite football player, was Chris Samurai.
Okay.
So anyway, somehow Trussell talked to him. Chris talked to my dad. And one day I was working out at Club South doing whatever. And Chris is up there waiting to sign it for me and get a picture and whatever.
Wow.
Because he wanted to meet me. So Chris goes, "You don't know who I am, do you?" And I go, "I have no idea." And he goes, "The King," because that year he was crowned homecoming king. But I think Trussell would have connected me with Chris. So
Yeah, very cool. I have a couple that are really cool. The first one was I want to say I was in 8th grade, and I was aspiring to be a kicker on the football team, and I was a straight-on kicker, like the flat shoe and everything. At the time, Coach Young brought me at my by-road residence at the butt crack early of the morning, brought me a shoe that was probably from 1970, so it would have been about 29, 30 years old at that time. And he goes, "We're going to send you to a kicking camp. It's Jeff Wilkins kicking camp." And there was a ton of people there that as an 8th grader, you're just kind of taking it in. Well, Jeff Wilkins is kicking, or he's instructing us in the morning, and you see a kind of a shadow walking through the halls, and all of a sudden in comes what was Coach Tressel. And I'm wearing my hat, eyes forward, paying attention, and I kind of did one of these, and he comes over and takes my hat off, and he leans over and he says, "You don't wear hats inside, young man." And I was terrified, absolutely mortified that Jim Tressel just told me this, because even as an 8th grader, I knew the big deal that Jim Tressel was. So he takes the hat off, something that I've tried to, at least in those settings, proper settings, take my hat off indoors. Something my parents tried to do for years and never got me to do. But Jim Tressel says it's law. And then the second one that I'll share with you is when we put this place 100% full-time into YSN. And it was awesome because Doug Phillips and Jim Tressel came in when we were doing, at the time it was Breaking Batch. And to see, and I still have the pictures. I had Jim and Doug autograph the YSN helmet that I have on my desk.
Wow.
To see Jim Tressel interact with my wife and the girls, and the way he interacted with the girls at the time was incredible. Like, I'll never forget that as long as I live. Jim Tressel is the kind of leader that everybody aspires to be because he's a different leader to everybody. And he's the kind of leader that he knows that everybody needs something different from him. So Jim Tressel, people, I've said this a zillion times, he is my role model. Another one is a guy on this shirt that I'll wear forever, Dan Yeagley. And there's a lot of characteristics that are the same in those two gentlemen that I admire greatly. And first and foremost is their faith and their relationships, their ability to form relationships in faith. And I will say that the third and final kind of just real quick memory I'll share with you is being involved with the FCA. They gave me the opportunity to interview Coach Tressel. And I want to say it was during COVID, I'm pretty sure. And we were doing an interview. I was sitting over by my desk, and there was a lot of prep that went into it. Richie, you know how good I am with prep. And it was talking to Coach Tressel, and this was live, unscripted, just kind of laying it out there for him. And he is the consummate professional. And the power goes out in the middle of our interview.
No.
And if you know anything about, doing these, if the power goes out right now, the internet goes out, the cameras go out, everything. So I had him on full screen, and all of a sudden, I'm gone. I was able to get back in on my phone because it doesn't revolve around the power of the internet. You can still do it. Coach Tressel, like a pro, just kept going in the story. He could see I was no longer in there, and he just kept rolling. I was able to get back in, and we finished off the broadcast. He's a professional. He's a leader. He's a great individual. He's a great human being. This area, although I don't think he's done with us yet, this area is going to miss him. The university is going to miss him.
I think he's going to be sticking around.
I know he's going to Florida. I know he's building a home in Florida, and
but I'm sure maybe he'll be in a lodge for most of the football games.
He'll certainly be around for sure. And listen, he will be a legend forever.
Yes.
Which by the way, before we go to break here, I want to tell you that speaking of legends, get out to Legends this Saturday and celebrate their 1-year anniversary. They've got all kinds of people coming in. I know Doug Phillips of the Youngstown State Penguins will be there. Mike Tomczak will be there, and a ton of other guest stars will be on hand. Make sure you bring footballs to get signed. Make sure you bring a great appetite because they are doing great specials.
What time?
Throughout the day.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I can come.
Go ahead. You go ahead, Kristen. You knock it out. Kristen will be there.
I'll try.
She's going to try to be there.
I got to see if I can get a ride first.
Well, there you go. And a quick fact about Kristen. Did you know this? Her mom and dad both named Jan.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah.
We went over that.
Incredible. But get out to Legends this Saturday and celebrate. We wish we could be there. Richie and I will be.
It'll be long gone.
Yeah, we're going to be in Vegas. And that's a long day on Saturday. We wish we were at Legends for sure. But thanks to Rick Friday, as always, the whole crew out there at Legends. We can't say enough about you, and it's going to be a great time. And you just never know who's going to show up at Legends.
Maybe I'll even show up.
Maybe Kristen will be there.
Maybe
she will. Maybe we'll be there.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
Kristen's going to be counting her money after that celebrity appearance.
Yeah. You going to be a celebrity bartender?
I don't know.
Sign some autographs.
Do some autographs?
Maybe. I'll have to wear the beanie that day if I go.
There you go.
And a T-shirt.
There you go.
That way they know who I am.
They're going to know who you are.
They already know.
It's just a good thing that I won't be in Vegas with you guys.
Yes, we thank God every day. We know it would 100% be.
I'd probably end up on the roof.
Yeah, it'd be bad. We're going to take a break. This one brought to you by Toyota of Warren.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Flynn. Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
Or visit wrswealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These three values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoning County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update. Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
As fine as the eye can see, the finest hardwoods from the finest trees. Made for your home and within your means, Baird Brothers will help fulfill your dreams. Let life and light come shining through in quiet morns. And heavy traffic, too. Find your easy-to-afford fine hardwood floors and doors and more at BairdBrothers.com.
And welcome back to the YSN Power Hour, powered by Toyota of Warren. DJ and Richie on this side, and you got the Three Musketeers on the other side. You got Scotty, Kristen, and Radar. All right, Radar, you had a question.
I was just about ready to, before I get to that question,
a
little bit. Tomorrow is Groundhog's Day, as you well know.
Here we go.
You may not there's Punxsutawney Phil, but let's not forget in Ohio, there's a Buckeye Chuck.
That's right.
Buckeye Chuck's like the loser, like cousin, or what?
Yeah, like I don't think people.
Nobody cares
I
about
think
Buckeye
they
Chuck.
only really care about Punxsutawney
You know
Phil,
that
and that's it.
Punxsutawney Phil stays in their public library all year round.
Wow.
Like just walks around?
No.
He's in a cage.
Oh, well, that's kind of messed up.
Now let's ask.
I always forget, like, so if he sees his shadow, does that mean the extended winter, or is that?
He won't see a shadow. There's no sun in this state or Pennsylvania.
He will see his shadow because there's all those lights.
Yeah, there's all the lights from the cameras and
It's
everything.
in the morning, but they put all the lights. I don't know. That's at least my theory. I don't know, Scotty. To be honest with you, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think if he sees a shadow, it's 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh.
Yeah.
We haven't had like 2 weeks of winter yet, so
No,
I think we're in a
hasn't
win-win
been
here.
Bad at all.
I think it's been dull and rainy and snowy, and
But it's like
just crappy.
So February has become like the Ohio winter, because if you remember, I want to say it's 13 years ago or so. Radar probably knows better than I do. We had the Snowmageddon, where we had just one night. It was like my birthday, and it just. I mean, my cousin was over. We were hanging out, and all of a sudden, like, we went outside, and there was snow over top of his tire. It was ridiculous. It was 2010. I just got married. Remember that, Radar?
I do. And
See?
That's Snowmageddon.
That was a Tuesday.
It was. And I was just
Was it
gonna
really?
say, I was going to get ready to say, hey,
February 5th in 2010 was what day?
February 2010.
Fifth.
February 5th of 2010. That would be the Friday. That would be on a Friday, February 5, 2010.
See, it would have been a Friday because it went into the weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
He's always right.
Well, before we get
here we
any
go. He's
further,
changing.
let's ask Scott Mincher whatever happened to Jamar Chase in the AFC Championship game this past Sunday. You bragged about Jamar Chase being the best wide receiver. Well, he didn't even have a single touchdown, Scotty. You gotta fess up on that.
I mean, to me, he was still pretty. He had 6 catches, 75 yards.
Oh, he's got the stats out.
He basically set up Samaje Perine walking touchdown. So to me,
he was useless.
That's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
And my boy, who I said was a top 15 receiver and would be a lot of teams' number 1 receiver, and you said I was crazy, DJ. He had 6 catches, 83 yards, and 1 touchdown.
T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
Higgins was better.
Higgins was better than Jamar Chase. You know who would have been better had he not gotten hurt?
But when I said
Tyler
I think
Boyd.
T. Higgins is better than George Pickens, you said I was crazy.
I don't think he's better than George Pickens.
I do.
Well, you're a closet Bengals fan.
I'm not a Bengal. I hate the Bengals. I was rooting for Kansas City.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, Scotty, which of these players would you take on your team? A player that has 87 receptions, 1,046 yards, and 9 touchdowns, or a player that had 1,809 yards, 128 receptions, and 8 touchdowns?
I would take the player with the 9 touchdowns.
He knew you were setting him up for yardage.
Why would you do that?
Because he's better.
Why is he better?
Who's player 1 and player 2? It's like a math equation that they used to go in high school.
I'm assuming you're probably talking about Jamar Chase.
I am.
And the second person was maybe Was it Pickens or
Jefferson?
Very good, Scotty.
So yeah.
So you take a player that has 800 less yards,
and they lost round 1. So
just because he has one more touchdown.
He lost. I mean, look where the teams went. What has Justin Jefferson done in the postseason? Jamar Chase has gotten to a Super Bowl. Justin Jefferson has
You're wrong. The Cincinnati Bengals got to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, largely because Jamar Chase had one of the best rookie seasons by a wide receiver in years.
Best rookie season by a wide receiver in years. He had 13 touchdowns, right?
That's
he had
a lot.
81 receptions, 1,400 yards. That's a good year. Yeah, it's a good
really
year.
Good year.
But then he follows that up with a year that he barely makes it over into the 1,000-yard club.
Yeah, and he missed like 4 games due to injury, or he would have easily made it. He missed like a month.
By the way, the rookie year for Justin Jefferson, he had 1,400 yards as well, but he only had 7 touchdowns.
Yeah,
because
Chase had 13. So he said, "Tell me how my you-know-what tastes to Justin Jefferson."
No, he didn't. Joe Burrow is way better than Kirk Cousins. Agree or disagree?
Yes, he's better, but
a receiver is only as good as the quarterback that's throwing to him. Straight up, I'm telling you that is legit.
Okay, well, Jamar Chase has Tyler Boyd. Joe Burrow has Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, too. 2 very good other receivers.
You're right.
Who do the Vikings have aside from
Adam Thielen?
He's a bum now. He's washed. He's cooked. He's not good. He's not good.
Do you want to go back to the history of the people that you've called really good?
You really think old, decrepit Adam? He's couple. Hell, I might buy him a wheelchair. I'm eligible for a new one. I might as well get him one too.
Wow, that's mean. The world's seeing the mean Scotty right now.
I'm fired up today.
Yeah.
So, but here's my thing: is you've got these great receivers in T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. But they're above average receivers. And then you've got Jamar Chase. So isn't Chase kind of a microcosm and isn't his success reason to believe because that he's got 2 other receivers that Joe Burrow can throw to?
Not really, because they still the Chiefs doubled him the whole game.
You don't think other star receivers get doubled? You don't think Justin Jefferson gets doubled? Antonio Brown doesn't get doubled?
Yeah, I think they.
You don't think Mike Evans gets doubled?
But again, this all goes back to I think Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the NFL.
And you're wrong.
Antonio Brown isn't even playing anymore.
Antonio Brown would have run circles around this cat.
I agree. If you look at his career, I agree with you. But I think by the time Chase's career is over, I think he has a chance.
Okay, this will end the conversation.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame when his career is done.
Louise.
Scotty.
I think he'll be
the Hall of Fame.
I think he'll be wearing a gold jacket.
Jamar Chase.
Yes.
Wow. In 2 years. 2 years, you think this guy is that good? That good?
I think.
And you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, I am. I think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
That's interesting.
Really do.
But you also think he's better than Cooper Kupp.
I do. Right now, I just think Cooper Kupp might be the better route runner, but just as far as pure athleticism and getting, I think if you polled 32 GMs and they said, who do you want on your team right now, the overwhelming consensus will be Jamar Chase.
I don't know about that one. Cooper Kupp's 1 year removed from being one of the best wide receivers in history.
He's a great receiver. Don't get me wrong. He's a Hall of Famer. But I just again.
I like how Radar started this, and now he's sitting back in that chair, just relaxing.
I was just gonna say, Scooter. We all keep talking about Jamar Chase a little bit, but let's remember that Connor Coop.
Connor Coop. Get
the,
with the program.
Cooper Kupp, Radar.
Connor Cup.
Radar. All right, enough football. Right, I think Radar's had enough football today.
But I was just going to get ready to say, really, it's going to be a great Super Bowl between Kansas City and Philadelphia. You got Mahomes on KC. You got Jalen Hurts of Philadelphia.
That's right.
Let's do this. Let's do our Scrappers broadcast here, Radar. Show everybody your Scrappers home run call. Now, everybody at home, close your eyes. Right. It's a bright, sunny day. The sun is setting into the summer sky.
Okay.
You crank up YSN Live on your favorite device, and you hear the golden pipes of Radar Pavlov saying this.
Swung on a belly, deep left center. It's back to the track, to the wall. See ya! A home run by Jarvis Jones. The Scrappers have the lead.
Jarvis Jones
6-4 over West Virginia. Here at Eastwood Field. Oh, what a home run by Jarvis Jones. This place at Eastwood Field's going crazy.
Do you know who Jarvis Jones is?
Jarvis Jones. Well, that's
he played for Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
And then he played for?
I give up.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. But now he's playing for the Scrappers.
Radar, I think you're getting your teams a little
I love it.
mixed up.
Hey, do your before we go here and do our spark, do your intro for the Scrappers warm-up.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Scrappers Baseball on YSNLive.com. It is brought to you by the good people at the GABA Camp. And tonight, it is the season opener for the Mahoning Valley Scrappers as they play host to the West Virginia Black Bears, the defending MLB Draft After League champions in the first of their 4-game series. And it's the opening night of fireworks at Eastwood Field. I am Radar Pavlov of Richie Giuliano will later on will interview the Scrappers' new manager. But coming up next we will talk with the new Scrappers general manager Heather Solly. As we begin a new season of Scrappers baseball, and we'll be right back. I guess you're listening to Scrappers Warm Up on YSNLive.com.
I love it. Round of applause for the Radar.
Way to go, Radar.
4 months from today, it's the new season of Scrappers baseball. We're all getting
Radar says he's not traveling.
He's not traveling. That's in his contract. Coach Yeagley chiming in, says, great show today. Good job, everyone. DJ, you need a new shirt. Of course, this is the Dan Yeagley South Range legend, which I will be buried in one day.
DJ, I will say I haven't placed any big bet, like any I haven't gone in on any parlays. Anything like that yet.
Richie and I are in trouble.
I will say if you do win some big money, I don't want any money or anything.
Good.
But if you could hook me up with some sweet Youngstown clothing company.
I'll get you a hoodie. Shirts. I'll see if we can the Yoakley scholarship can get you some Youngstown clothing stuff. I'm sure Sarah will be all over it. You'll probably get more clothes than I would.
All right.
She loves her some Scotty. So, all right. It is time for the Joe Dickey Electric. What's your spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. Anything commercial, residential, anything electrical. Head on over
Radar,
to
you're supposed to know
DickieElectric.com. All right, back we come. We're Radar. Anything commercial, anything residential, anything
electrical.
Where do you go?
Go to JoeDickieElectric.com.
DickieElectric.com. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, what's your spark?
My spark obviously is the OHSAA, a boys and girls those basketball tournaments that are about to begin in about the next week or so. And my personal thing is, I wish everyone the best of luck, because you never know, because a state champion could come. For the boys around here locally, you have to go back to 1994 with Ursuline. In 2004, Ursuline was the last girls' state champion from around the valley, and because if you remember in one of the upcoming On the Radar articles, it'll be 30 years since the Campbell boys basketball team became a state champion.
Nice.
And it's really going to be big. Makes you think back to 1983.
Kristen, what's your spark?
The YSU men right now, they're on such a hot streak. I mean, it's not every day that you're in first place. And hopefully the hot streak continues into the tournament.
All right. Good one.
Scotty?
My spark is you, DJ.
Oh, gosh,
and
here we go again.
It's not what you think, but it is. It does have so much to do with you, man. I will be along with Anthony, who I've become great friends with. I think we're a good combo on the air running point. I'll be calling my first regular season game with Anthony tomorrow.
I'm jealous.
Nice.
I'm jealous.
At South Range. So I just wanted to thank you so much, man, for giving me the opportunity.
You can tell how much I had to do with it. I had no idea.
I'm just so thankful, man. So humbled, and I just wanted to say I got a little taste of it with the All-Star game last year, but this being my first regular season game, man, I do have the jitters, but every time I come here, it's kind of like my medicine. And I loved Popeye as a kid, and I always think of YSN as my spinach. It gets me going, so I'm thrilled.
Go get it, Popeye. Go make it yours. Rich?
My spark for you, Scotty, is a couple tips for your first broadcast. One, come prepared, get the rosters, get some notes down there. So you know how you have those jitters before the game. I think you'll feel a lot more comfortable if you walk in there and you feel like you're going to knock it out of the park. So I would say talk with Anthony tonight, get some rosters, go on your computer and get some stats. If you can't find stats, maybe get some schedules and compare the two teams that are playing, what they've done in the past, and maybe a fun fact for Anthony or something throughout the broadcast that you can pitch in there that gets you involved early. Just so you kind of get the nerves out, because you're going to be, when you hear that intro playing and you're going to hear it in your headset, you're going to feel a little butterflies in your stomach because you're going to be a little nervous. But
you know what that means?
What's that?
It's when your butthole puckers up whenever that intro starts.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm confident you're going to do a great job with Anthony, and if you come prepared, you're going to knock it out of the park.
Thanks, Richie. That means a lot because you're great, man. You're just fabulous what you've done. I really look up to somebody like you, especially being your age and just being, such a great talent. So that means a lot.
Of course.
Siggy says, no pressure, Scotty. Going to be great. And I agree with him. I stand behind Richie. He's the best we have, and naturally, he's the most prepared we have. I say, for my spark, just go have fun with it. Just have a good time with it. If your heart's in the right place, it'll be a good broadcast. Anthony's not going to let you fall. So have fun with that tomorrow. That is going to do it for our show today. I'd like to thank the Three Musketeers, as always, every other Wednesday. Another great show. Thanks to Coach Yeagley for chiming in. Sam chimed in as well with his Trestle stuff. Real quick before we go, Trestle being introduced at the OSU basketball game immediately, guaranteeing a win over the team up north. Following is falling through is his favorite memory. So thanks to Siggy. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow right here on your sports network. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of